Hello everyone, this is Matthew once again, and now, at first, there was Friday the 13th, and then the body count continues on Friday the 13th Part 2, and now we enter a third dimension in terror. Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Okay, that's something I gotta get that way. So continuing on with my reviews of the Friday the 13th films, we now enter Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. A film that's originally in 3D, and of course, where Jason made history with the hockey mask. Now, my history with the Friday franchise has always begun with Part 3. And especially, I remember one of my biggest memories, which of course, during that time when I was little, I was not allowed to watch any of the Friday the 13th films. But I sneaked Part 3 in onto the VCR downstairs in the living room, and I had to see what Jason looks like. Until when I saw him on TV, he actually did look quite scary. And then I was able to eject it, and that was it. Because I just wanted to see what Jason looked like on that old VHS copy of Friday the 13th Part 3. So, but yeah. If it hadn't been for that, I will not got myself sucker into the Friday the 13th franchise, and now, here I am today. Always a fan, as well as I'm wearing the shirt. Got the Blu-ray here for 8 films, as well as I got this copy first from the original film, as well as I got a copy of this movie. Well, although I have this first, and I got this, and then I got that. And one day I'll review this down the road, especially I know the year 2019, this movie's now 10 years old, but that's later on down the road. But anyway, we're here to talk about Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Which of course it's right here. And sadly, no, this Blu-ray does not come with the red and blue glasses, but that's okay with me because I didn't watch this version in 3D, because why would I want to see that version in 3D? Because if it's supposed to be in 3D, why can't it be these? Because these were like the crystal clear 3D, like Avatar. Well, if you want to blame someone, just talk to Paramount. So Paramount, please, we want the 3D version of Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D like these. Not the red-blue ones. I don't want to watch the red-blue ones. Although I could watch it in 2D, which is fine with me. But I would die at a heartbeat to see that version in 3D, to see what it originally was, instead of the red-blue thing. So, that's my little rant there on that, about this Blu-ray here, that does not give you the correct 3D version. I mean, even if they could get Jaws 3D right, I don't know why they can't get Friday the 13th Part 3 right. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Paramount. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, moving on. Friday the 13th Part 3 features Dana Campbell, and you also have Richard Brooker playing Jason Voorhees this time around, instead of DC Dash. And of course, Hammer Finney returns to do the music, and is once again directed by Steve Meyer after directing Part 2. And of course, I would like to mention that I know that Steve Dash sadly unfortunately passed away when he portrayed Jason in Part 2. And it's also pretty sad that Richard Brooker passed away as well, because without Richard Brooker, he would have not been the first Jason to put on the hockey mask. And that hockey mask actually did make Jason an icon. So, rest in peace Steve Dash, and rest in peace Richard Brooker. So anyway, here's how the backstory of the film came to be. Originally, for Part 3, the film was supposed to feature Amy Steele's character, Jean, reprised her role as she was supposed to suffer a traumatic experience of what she had in the last film, so she should get her revenge on Jason. And also, it would have explained about Paul's death, which of course, people were iffy about what happened to Paul's character. Either is he dead or is he alive in Part 2. But that project got scrapped, and so Amy Steele focuses on other projects. And when you watch the film, it may look like it was taking place during summertime, but it was actually shot during the January or February time. Especially during the nighttime scenes, they have to cut away some of the actress' visual breaths too, so to make it look like this was summer. Which actually pretty much convinced me that this movie looks like a summer, but it's not summer at all. And also, the hockey mask concept was the idea by Martin Sadov, who was a 3D effects supervisor, because he happens to be a fan of hockey. And also, of course, Stan Winston, and I mean the great Stan Winston, actually did come up with his concept of what Jason looks like when he's unmasked. Especially there was pictures of it during the film's alternate ending, where originally that there was supposed to be a dream sequence where Dan and Kim's character goes to the house, she sees Jason unmasked, and then of course she gets her head decapitated. But they just pretty much just scrapped that makeup and just went with a different makeup as it is in the film. Especially trying to recreate the opening or the ending of part 1. So. And of course, like the other 2 films, they received negative reviews by critics, but what the box office says is it came out on August 13, 1982 by making $36.6 million for its lifetime gross while surpassing its $2.3 million budget. No Oscars or Razzies were given for this film, but however, the AFI had listed Jason to be nominated for being one of the greatest villains ever for the 2003 AFI's 100 Years of Heroes and Villains. So yeah, it really did make Jason Voorhees into a household name when Part 3 came out, especially he has the machete and the hockey mask. So, happy birthday, Jason Voorhees. So anyway, for Friday the 13th Part 3D, one of my negative things about this film is definitely, of course, it's the 3D effects, because I'm not really happy the way Paramount was able to give us the red and blue version, because I wish the 3D was more like this. So I had to sit through these awkward 3D effect shots in 2D, but it is what it is. So hopefully one day Paramount hears us that we want the correct 3D version of film. And also, even when we want the correct 3D version, I feel like the transfer itself of this Blu-ray could have been better. It hasn't been this super grainy looking. I mean, give it like a new 2K scan or a 4K scan or something, or make partially look good. So that's one criticism of the film. And the acting itself, it's, again, not that great, but it's average for what it is. But not average at best like the first 2, because there's some performances that are fine, there's some performances that seem a bit pretty off. Especially according to that one scene that kind of bugs me a bit. It's a scene where Danny Kim's character gives her backstory about how she first met Jason Voorhees for the first time. Which you could have just easily just not show her when she's trying to tell her story. And he was coming after me. But we see the footage of her being tagged by Jason. So you could have just cut away from that and just focus on the footage of her being tagged by Jason while you hear her voiceover, which that would have been so much better. And I thought Jason looks pretty cool in the hockey mask. That was very iconic. And unlike part 2, you actually do get the kills, which they actually are pretty cool. And the 3D effects itself may look like they're pretty cheesy looking, but again, that's definitely the charm of the film is 3D. And the pacing is pretty good, just like the other 2 films. And the music is great, but unfortunately, the music is just pretty much like a rehash of the first 2 films. But there are some that are pretty original. The best music I ever heard from is the main title scene. That scene, it's like that disco type feel, which is really awesome. And I do like the atmosphere of this film, especially it takes place at a barn instead of a camp, but it still takes place in the woods. And Richard Brooker, of course, does a pretty good job for playing Jason. I really love the look they give him, and I like the way how he performs as Jason, the way how he moves. He was really good. I know I did a comment about Steve Dash's performance as Jason in part 2, which I do apologize for that, but I guess I need to get this out of the way. He was good too. He was a good Jason, so I do like Steve Dash in part 2. But Richard Brooker is the Jason that I really love the most. Just love the way how he looks, the way the hockey mask and everything, the way he moves. He probably is the best actor in this film who doesn't have to say any lines. So I guess you'd say, it turns out the best actor in this film is definitely Richard Brooker as Jason. And Steve Martin's direction is fine for what it is. And nothing much I can say about it, except it was pretty entertaining. I mean, yeah, sure there were some references from the other 2 Friday the 13th films, but only part 2 where they act like a remake of the first film. This one, it at least tries to be its own thing, but still, you still get some familiar beats from the other films. But overall, I really enjoyed part 3 a bit more than part 2, but still like the first one better. I wish I could get this film a B+, but from now on, while this one was a little bit better than part 2, I'm still going to sell this one a B. If I see this version in 3D, maybe I could get the gray rating a bit higher to a B+, or an A-, I don't know. But for right now, I'm just going to sell Friday the 13th Part 3 a B. So anyway, that finally wraps up my double feature review of Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3. I hope you enjoyed, and next up is definitely my review of the Batman films. So, no more delay this time around. But anyway, let me know what you think of this video. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Feel free to put your comments down below, and don't forget the subscribe button. And I know I need to review another Friday the 13th movie coming up soon, which is supposed to happen on Friday, December the 13th, and that's my review of Friday 13, the final chapter, which is pretty false advertising. So, I'll review that movie sometime until Friday, December the 13th. So, I got part 2 on my way, but now I'm gotta review Batman. Thanks for watching once again. Take care. Feel free to put your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Happy Friday 13, y'all. Thank you, and good night.